Alright, today we're going to make some jerky out of a bunch of geese. Goose breasts, duck breasts. Just got a couple bags here. One of my buddies and another of mine. I've already thawed these out. And we're going to, they're still a little bloody, but we got a little pan of water. So we can rinse some of the blood off. And we'll just go through, grab them all, dunk them real quick. We got some of the tenderloins in there too, just to get that excess blood off before we throw them in the marinade. A lot of that blood will draw out in the marinade as well. Still frozen too, somewhat. All right. Okay, I did get gloves and I didn't wear gloves. So I'm a fool. Their leg meat. You see, you don't think about it, but a goose has quite a bit of leg meat. You can see how much is in there off of these. These we may just use in the grinder, I think, and make some duck sausage or hamburger or whatever like that. Ends up being pretty good. So we'll clean them. Why not? Get the blood out of them here. The tenderloins in there too, even on a duck. Those turn out to be really good jerky, little crunchy pieces. You can see how much blood you can get out of these too. And any feathers as well. You don't want any of the feathers in there. Sometimes they just get in the batch. So you definitely want to make sure you get them out. There's a honky tonk right there. You can see how big, much bigger they are than like a duck breast. So much bigger. Another feather there. That thing got hammered. Another feather. Another feather. I didn't get that many birds this year, unfortunately, and I didn't really start up my channel back up until pretty much like the last 2 weeks of duck season or so. But we just had a garbage of a season. Next year, we'll have actual videos up again. Yeah, you definitely want to try to save all these little tenderloins. They just make great little pieces of jerky. And it adds up in the end. I want to try to save as much of the meat as possible. I got a bunch of, there's still water in here. We'll have to try to drain out here. Back to your duck titties. Set them on an angle here so all that water can drain out. Comment below your jerky recipe for this. Alright, next thing you do as well, get one of these on Amazon. They're like 20-30 bucks. And it sure beats a broken tooth from a BB. But you can tell that thing's on. Alright, but it's just the aluminum. Alright, so you can see, you can tell it's not going off. So it's like nice and clear of any metal. You can see that it does say if there's metal. Pretty easy. Okay, we're not going to break our teeth on that. I'm walking back and forth here real quick. Got some more bloodies in that as well. Dump a little out there too. There's that. Get it nice and flat. None there. You can even run on the bottom. Looks like we're pretty clear. No shots on this one, though it has happened, and I didn't use this. Money having one of those for sure. I'm trying to keep them just in the tin pans, just because they're a little more, less of a chance of breaking. Some more feathers, jeez. But we're not going to cut those down. There's no point in that. Maybe we'll cut like that down, but I'll have to hand cut that possibly. That's a goose. This is a honker tenderloin. Look at these. They're like as big as a damn duck breast. Isn't that crazy? Just massive birds out here. Like a 20-pound honker. There's a video of that too, of that honker on the channel. Breastises. Okay. Alright, let's get ready to cut this stuff up. Now, I've never used this one yet. So far, she looks like she works alright. She's just a little bit closer, but alright, so we're just going to cut them in a little bit smaller little piece, I think. Cut off as much as the fat too, as you can. Let's do the whole one again, See, we're going to cutting all the fat off. Look at this goose fat. We don't want that in with our jerky at all. We'll give those to the dog. Just like that. I might as well just do the other one too, eh? While we're sitting here. I should have shut the cutter off, I suppose, but that's all we had left anyways. Well, this one's semi-frozen, so she might. That's pretty big though. We're gonna cut this one down. You know, it's better than cutting it by hand. There we go. Okay. So, that's all the honker cut down. Yeah, that's thin enough. You just want them kind of quarter inch, maybe a little less than quarter-inch thick. You know, this will be just fine. I mean, you could always give a little press down, press it out a little bit too, just to thin it out. It'll cook just fine. Jerky does not need to be overthought, I don't think. So, we can see if we can, so we can just cut right down the middle of these tenderloins too. Cut them right in half. If you're scared to cut like that, you can always put them in a Ziploc bag, plastic bag, get a pan or something to smash them with. Pow, 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 and they'll be just fine. They'll just spread out like if you did a chicken breast. Look at that. There. But you just kind of play with it, you know? Who really, it doesn't need to be so crazy. Recipes are guidelines, so adjust it to what you like, or what's good enough jerky is what I'll call it. Some of the stuff cook faster than other. I cook mine in, or do mine in a dehydrator. Don't need to do it in a smoker. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm gonna look at it. Okay, we can butter. You just flop it over. Look, oh, it was a high spot. You just cut into it like you're butterflying a pork chop. You just cut into it. And when you put it on the rack, you just flop it right over and she'll dry out just. We don't have a lot to do, so we can be, I'm sure someone's gonna say, well, there we go, look at that. That's gonna be a freaking awesome piece of jerky right there. And we're just cutting at an angle, getting a little bit thinner. That's all we're doing. Yeah, this has got the silver skin in between. We can cut that out. That can go to way. Like, if you can't make it easy, you know, it's whatever. Sometimes I take it off, sometimes I don't. Let's see. I think we can get that thinner, eh? Like, it's either gonna work or it's not. It's jerky. It doesn't matter. And just feel it press down gently. You can feel when the knife gets out of the meat. And look at that. Come on. Your boy's got the freaking skills today, huh? Look at that. Like, that's super thin. If I had my meat pounder thing, not that one, I always got those on deck. I would put that down just like that. You could use a grocery bag, any kind of plastic, whatever, and bam, bam, bam. Good enough. It was a little thick on the end. We'll run our knife down her. Run. She's getting dull. I honestly just found this knife. I thought I lost it, but I'll tell you what makes a real handy, easy little knife sharpener for cheap. You can get at like Home Depot, whatever. These little Milwaukee box cutter sharpeners. You got a coarse side, a fine side. So run it, get that edge set back up. And they're magnetic too. Just, yeah. And you knock those burrs off. Whoop, whoop. Give the old pantalones a wipe. And let's see. Yeah, she's okay. That'll do. We just want to knock that top part down. These will be nice little crispy bits. Like, who the hell don't like no crispy bits? It is kind of freaking big though, huh? Let's just run it right down the middle. Better jerky size, right? Better jerky size. Which we don't have to worry about them right now. Don't have to worry about them. We got some fat here. We'll trim the fat off. Like I said, don't want to keep any fat, and you have to. It allows it to rot. After I'm done making my jerky, run it through the dehydrator, get it nice and dry, I just put in little sandwich bags and throw it in my freezer. It'll last forever. Pretty much. Not forever, but pretty much. Okay. Same thing on this one. Let's get her towards the edge. Let's just run our knife right down her. Yep, got out of it a little early there. It's okay. Who cares? Thin enough. Thin enough. It goes in the pile. Let's see. It was this side here we didn't finish. Dang nabbit. Sometimes you just don't get in them like that, you know? And we'll just kind of cut that one down too. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Good enough. Good enough. Got a couple more tenderloins. Let's do that. I like to put like this, the shiny side down, I guess you'd say, or the flat side. It's got a flat side and an arched side, right? You can see arched, flat. I'll put the flat side down. And we will run our knife right down there. Rip her right in half there, nice and thin. Should be a nice crunchy little bit. Push down with your palm on it, flatten it out. Super easy, guys. It's not stressful doing this at all. You do not have to overthink it. Just run your knife right down those tenderloins. You know what I mean? Boom. Beautiful. Crap. This one's kind of been messed up, that piece. That must have got been in close. Let's see. We're going to do our best to save this piece of meat, but it is damn near foobarred. It is ground. Shut. We'll just kind of press down with our fingers and spread her out. You gotta know what I mean. Okay. This pan fits in there. I had a bunch of pans, and I don't want to do no dishes. Very light cleanup. Get this stuff here, and when you're done with it, throw it away. Throw it away. All right. Look at that. That's a good hefty amount of jerky right there, brother. Look at these nice pieces. They're gonna come way down in size too, but easy peasy. All right, for the marinade, this is half and half right now. Half Yoshido's original gourmet grilling, baking, saute, whatever, teriyaki sauce. It's half of that, and well, yeah, it's half of that, half of soy sauce. I like mine a little spicy-ish too, but I like the flavor of it too. It's kind of a sweet flavor as well. Sriracha, the cock sauce. We like that. This probably has like 2 tablespoons in it. Has some black pepper in it too, like a tablespoon of black pepper. Give her a good shake. And a little of this stuff goes a really long ways, right? We're just gonna pour it on there. Make sure you work it in so all the pieces get covered. Now, I like to let this sit 24 hours. Get that stuff nice and permeated in there. You know, really make sure it's worked in there. Move these pieces of meat around. These things will seal up to each other too. If you've made enough jerky before, you'll know that you have had a piece that did not get all coverage. But you keep these in your fridge overnight. Next day, we'll make a part 2 of this, of putting them in the dehydrator. I'm fortunate enough where I work pretty much at home on the ranch, so I can leave them in there. I'll run them until they're done all day. Sometimes it'll take about 140 to 160. You'll see the video tomorrow in the part 2 when we lay these out. and get them dried out. I don't personally like using pellet grills. I mean, smokers are fine, but pellet grills always have a hot spot. So I don't really like using them because you'll burn the crap out of your jerky. With my dehydrator, it just circulates the air, gets them nice and dry. I don't need a ton of smoke on my jerky. I honestly don't really like it. A lot of smoke or any smoke on my jerky. If you do, good for you. If you don't have a smoker, you can add some liquid smoke in there. A little goes a long ways. I would err on the side of caution, but I like just a little teriyaki, soy sauce, black pepper on there, and the sriracha. Yeah, the sriracha. Did I say that already? The cock sauce. And sometimes too, I'm gonna make a spicy version of this too. This is gonna be teriyaki, mostly teriyaki soy sauce, but then half of it I'll put some pepper flakes on it, or black pepper, just the pre-ground black pepper, not fresh. That stuff's usually pretty overwhelming. So the little cheap bottle you'll buy that's the fine ground black pepper. You can do coarse brown or ground black pepper. It's just what you like. A recipe's a guideline. Who cares? You figure it out what you like. This is what I like, so this is what I make. Look at that. It already looks freaking fire. Smells amazing. It's got good coverage on it. I'll wipe this thing off when I'm done, so I don't want to freaking hear, oh, you got crap on it. This ain't a, you know, look at that. Okay, so now we're looking good. The meat absorbed a little bit of it already. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Wrap this with tin foil real quick. Put it in the fridge, and then we'll check back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share to your friends. Let me know if there's anything else you guys want me to do. Duck season's pretty much over, but yeah.